Hello everyone! I hope you're all having a good Friday today. I hope you've been having a good week. We are back again with more Dicey Dungeons, as I said yesterday, which feels really weird to say considering we're not normally live on Thursdays, but I really wanted to make sure we got 3 streams in this week after things were just so chaotic. But hopefully we'll be back on track. And I'm kind of feeling we'll start off with Warrior again here. Oh, I have to play a game with 5 contestants. Okay, I can't unlock that episode yet. Okay. Maybe I need to... I guess I just need to keep going through Inventor style then. Oh wow, this place is so cool. The doors, the spotlights. Oh, sorry. I mean, thanks for having me on the show. Alright, what's your, quirk? It's time to meet the 4th member of our little squad. What she lacks in attention span, she makes up for in ingenuity. Yes, that's right. It's time for... the Inventor. Wait, how did you do that? I'm really a dice? Oh wow, my little legs. This shouldn't be possible. I'm the all-powerful personification of fate, my dear. Everything's possible. Now, what brought you to the dungeons this evening? Oh, we all caught the train together. It was one of the new Model T-132s with the regenerative brakes. I see, yes. But what, my dear, are you hoping to win? Complete understanding of everything in the universe. I can tell you're going to have a wonderful time in the dungeons tonight. So let's get started. Ah, we get a free item right off the bat here. We got a sword. Awesome. What do we got for equipment? We've got a full bag already, it turns out. Okay, we have hammer. Okay, we do shock. That's what we do. Alright. A spanner for combining. Good to know. Pea shooter. Good to see you again. And then sword just as straightforward as it gets, essentially. I'd like to know what has everyone been up to? I hope things have been going well. Has anyone done anything interesting recently? Current gadget heat ray burn. Oh, okay, so do damage in order to build up the focus, I guess, here. The overdrive. Limit breaker, as it were. All dice become 6. Okay. I'm definitely going to... Oh, well, you're strong against poison. We're going to hit you with shock. And... yeah, we'll use the sword. Why not? Well, we get another 6, even if the... that would be way overkill. Let's go ahead and just use the 4 on that. Like the shock was there was no point to it at that point. This early. New gadget. Victory! You throw away your boring old gadget. You are inspired to create a new gadget. Choose an item to destroy for parts. Oh, interesting. So we're an inventor by name, but we might as well be called like a tinkerer, essentially. Let's try... an artificer? Yeah. Let's go for a plasma gun. What do we have here? A crossbow. Okay, well that'll be a backup item for me there. I still love this slime. It's so cute. You're also strong against poison, but you deal poison. So let's go ahead. Minimize the amount of poison that can be... Ow. Unfortunately, they still did that. Got that through, but hopefully... Let's see. We had just enough there. This is gonna keep getting this is gonna be interesting. The throwing away the old gadget after every battle, apparently. That's gonna get annoying slash... It's gonna make for an interesting new, dynamic's not the right word. It's a moving part. A variable. There we go. I think I'm gonna stick with the plasma gun there. What else do we have? We have a spark, which burns 1. Okay. Man, I really want s'mores again when I look at these. At these burning marshmallows. It just really puts me in the mood for a s'more. I'm still not quite sure where the snowball comes from on that. How dare you? Gonna combine the dice there. I could have also used the plasma gun, but... oh well. Yeah, on the topic of doing interesting things recently, went to see a concert movie for Bring Me the Horizon. That was a really, really good time. Played most of my favorite songs from them, but there were a couple of missing ones, but it was still a really, really good time. Blowtorch. Yeah, might as well switch out for blowtorch on that. Okay, we gotta pick up some health. That's extremely important right now. And we're gonna have to face the wizard eventually. We might as well face him now, I think. And then be able to heal. And then we have the option to dip if we need to. Because that battle took a lot out of us there. I managed to prevent him from doing anything, as it turns out. I don't like the burn going on here, but I think we've still got a way out, thankfully. We got healed because we leveled up, thankfully. Aha, the doppel dice. I quite like that one. And we found bump, which might be useful or not, depending on. Let's go beat up a stereo. Weak to shock, you say? It would be a shame if somebody, took advantage of that. I don't think we can actually do anything there, but it was still testing out more than anything on that turn. Oh, it only hit the spanner as well on the combining dice. So that works out for me. And that should, yep, that took him right out. Mega Bump. Okay, I'll upgrade that. And I'll take a free upgrade to my... Well, not free, because it's 4 gold, but... I'll take an extra upgrade to my equipment. Why not? That takes much less room, and that's the upgrade here. Three uses of a spanner, although I don't think I have much use for it right now. And yeah, I think we're going with the reduced space hammer. Pardon me. So I can actually add some more equipment when I run across it. Sure, I'll take broadsword. Let's... Okay, it automatically shifted around. That's good. I was gonna say, if I have to do inventory management... Who do I want to take on? The fireman or the dryad? That one's probably gonna be more painful than... And we've got 2 opportunities for a shop at that point. And we've got health there, so... This is the fireman that'll burn down your house instead of saving it. So we gotta teach him a lesson. Ouchies. Thank you for burning my dice. And by thank you, it's a much more rude statement than I actually am. that was intended there. Let's see. We're gonna take the damage, unfortunately, but... Okay, this is gonna be a little weird, probably, but... Yeah, that went the way I thought it would. I should have hit Mega Bump, but... Oh well. Or my focus. Just go ahead and hit him with that. Clone device. Huh. I think I'll trade the broadsword for a plasma gun. Why not? Though. Let's get healed up a little bit. What do we have over here? Ah, yes, the boomerang that acts as a double-edged sword. Hey, Hawkeye, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. We might be thinking about that healing crystal, considering how much of a beating we're taking already. And because I can't upgrade my equipment, I can't afford it right now. Okay. I hope you've been having a good week. Hey, it's a dice enemy! How are you getting on with the dungeons? Feeling at home yet? After all, it's not like you're ever going to leave. Go ahead and make that a 2 just to work towards that spike. I did not miss freezing dice. You freeze my dice, I turn them all into 6s. How about that? Unfortunately, doesn't do much for me in the rest of this area, but... I should have used that for healing. Oh well. How are you doing this? It's like you believe there's a way out of or something. What are we looking at now? Oh, that takes up so much room. What the heck? I guess since you can duplicate a 6, I suppose they would have to be to do that to be balanced. Going okay. You spent almost all day yesterday fixing your internet? Oh no. Trying to figure out whether or not your router qualifies as consumer grade under the under the ban. You don't think so, but nobody knows. I hate when it's not clear in situations like that. Because, like, it's bad enough going like, oh, well, I have to replace it, but not knowing is worse. The answer is yes, it is consumer grade. I feel like you're probably correct on that dude, based on it being the type that is sold directly to the consumer, but sometimes it's let's see. Well, both of these go for a clone device, so I assume I like the being able to double the dice value, so we're gonna switch out the counterfeit for the clone device, I think. Gain 1 shield, always offers scrap. Okay. Oh, can I afford anything from this shop now? I'm just shy. Okay. Well, I guess we're heading to the next room. Loud bird or the bully? And then we have a kraken on this floor too before we can even leave. That's great. Alright. I think we'll take on the loud bird. We'll fight the bully if we have the wherewithal, but yeah, I'll have to look into that more later on that topic. I haven't heard much in that regard. Oh great, they got double, so we're silenced, unfortunately. Took away the one effect from the hammer. 2 dice to break silence? Sure. This battle might be a little, drawn out. If I can't get into a good swing here. Oh, they didn't have to be 2 matching dice. I somehow missed that. But... don't you just hate when someone tells you to be quiet and yet they can't stop talking? This is basically what this entire battle is like right now. The bird just keeps going on and they're just like, no, you don't get a turn. We're gonna make this work somehow. Unfortunately, we can't heal, but... are they... There we are. There's the shock. Need to heal. That's very important there. Let's see. How do they define commercial or industrial grade? In this case, it's very annoying because no one actually knows. And your router is bought either directly or specifically shops. Apparently, the ban is on future router models. Previously authorized ones can still be used, purchased, and so on. Messes with patches in over a year. It's a weird rule. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that more later, just because I've not heard about this yet. It does sound like it's like it could potentially be a big issue. Unfortunately, that hit the shield there. Let's see. Yeah, this battle's gonna take a bit just because I don't feel like I'm making much headway because of the equipment I have, I think. Yeah, because the dodge, that's the issue also. And I only have like one direct attack and it's going to whiff. You know, that it's just going to when they get dodged. Let me double check with that. Yeah, that's a duplicate dice, but that won't do much good for me, unfortunately. Phew. Okay. Slowly making progress. We just have to we have to hold the line. Your router will last another 10 years at least. Just curious what consumer grade means in this case with specialty brands. Until it's provided clarity. Until clarity's provided, it's all guessing anyway. Yeah. Sounds that way. Yeah, that doesn't do anything to... I wanted to see if that would at least distract him, the bird, for a moment there. This is a very annoying battle. This isn't even a boss battle. This is just trying to... This is, oh gosh, what's it? A battle of attrition, I think is the... Because, yeah, I'm gonna keep missing until they have a turn when they can't dodge. So I just gotta keep living until then. Yeah, there's not much I can do there, just add a shield. We'll get through this battle eventually. I hope. Okay. Oh, this is another dodge turn, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope clarity is provided soon because it sounds like it's a real headache. Again, I don't have full info on it, so I can't shed light on full light on how I feel about it. But Keep healing there. That's gonna miss, but still. Yeah, we're not going to be able to hit, so I might as well just use that to heal. No, not more even numbers. They're gonna dodge. This battle is taking way longer than it really should. I'll keep in mind next time that I don't have more than one attack item, that this is what happens. Spending all day yesterday putting new ends on Cat 6 Ethernet cables was fun. House isn't friendly to wireless, and nothing in the house and garage are consumer. Ah. Let's see, if I double that, now that'll make it a 6 and a 4, so I can't really benefit from that, I think. Whew. Turn 26. Oh gosh. It's gonna keep going for a bit. We're getting there though. That's gonna miss regardless. Whew. So clearly the issue here is I need another item for attack, but taking all bets, does this make it to turn 30? If it hasn't already. It probably will, actually, so, because dodge. Maybe I should say taking all bets. Does this make it to turn 35 for this battle? You'll say turn 40. Yeah, that sounds about right. Considering they keep getting the even number they need to get the dodge. That sounds about right, honestly. Okay. Oh, no, that's a max 3. I can't do that combo. Man. I was hoping I could at least break something up a little bit into recovering health there. We're sitting tight for the time being. Because we see what the issue is, but there's nothing to be done about it in the middle of the fight. Eventually we'll get the finishing blow in. One of these turns. If you've read Hitchhiker's yeah, the meaning to the answer to the question of what is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, right, Hawkeye? The saying 42 with that, yeah. It's looking pretty good. Jeez. Still getting dodge. Unfortunately for them, I'm also still be able to shield. Oh. We might not be making it to 40 or 42 after all. I'm free! I'm free from that battle. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. I'll take the regenerate on that. I definitely need to heal. Please tell me that... Okay, good. That's another means of attacking if we wind up with dodge again, having to deal with that. And automatically equipped, even better. Okay. Now you're gonna try to blind me, probably. Well, the curse. There's the blind. That's the other annoying thing to deal with, but I actually have a better time trying to deal with that than with dodge, because with only one means of attack, that was just... That was rough. Okay, let's see. Okay, that was less than 3, so... What will this do, then? Or actually, we can get a guaranteed shock out of it. Or not. I guess we don't get a guaranteed shock because of the curse. Okay, that was at least more than 3, so that made that work. At least I can make headway this way, you know? Oh, this is an interesting question. If I put it in the spanner, will it actually tell me what the resulting dice are? No, it does not. Okay. It was worth a shot. But it's definitely more than 3, so that's good to know. I think I'm gonna hit regenerate on this turn as well. Let's see. All dice become... Well, that would be another way around it. All dice become 6, you know? Okay, it was definitely less than 3. Good to know. I should have healed before the end of that, but oh well. Considering it gets rid of my gadget right after. But let's try barricade. What else do we have? Whisper, weaken 1 equipment. Okay. And that should, yeah, that fits in fairly well. Let's go beat up a bully. He had it coming. After everything. The bad news, we're going to have to beat this guy quickly, because those rocks hurt a lot. There we go. And now we don't have to worry about healing anymore either. Oh look, it's a theremin. Ooh. Ooh. I haven't seen copy equipment before for this. But a free upgrade, that's always welcome. Let's upgrade the ray gun. To the next floor. Got a Banshee, Direwolf, Wicker Man. Good to see him again. And Skeleton. And a shop. And some health and upgrades and such. Unfortunately, we kind of have to take on the Banshee first before anything. A literal banshee and still sounds better than I do when I try to sing. Oh, the curse. I forgot about that. Well, there's a silence again. Oh, I can't use my gadget. That's rough. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. Okay, are we going to be able to double the dice value, or are we going to be cursed again? Alright. Don't curse. Thank you. I don't want to really switch any of these out, though. I guess the Hammer Plus, but I like my Hammer Plus. Let's fight the Wicker Man first. If only I had fire stuff to work with, but oh well. Whew. Somehow I feel like this is the inverse of that battle with the loud bird on the last floor here. Floor, like, I'm making it so that he doesn't get to do anything. Guess I'll go with the battle wrench there. Oh, it's you. Great. Thought it might be Marshall. Great friend, really great, but that fire and these chemicals are a tricky mix. Cannot upgrade that. Let's go for the Doppel Dice upgrade, I suppose. Hopefully we get an actual weapon here. Hook shot. So we're down to the ray gun. At least we can fire multiple times in a turn, but yikes. I guess we'll fight the direwolf, see if we can find something at the shop. The poison's gonna be a pain to deal with, considering. Yeah, this is looking rough. This is looking really rough right now. And then it got cursed. Yeah, I think we might be dead on this next turn here, unfortunately. We definitely got cursed. Yep, there it is. Man. But we unlocked the witch! Very important. Very important, that one. What's your difficulty? 5-star difficulty. Jeez, okay. Hey everyone, I'm hashtag blessed to be going on this amazing adventure with you. Don't forget to subscribe for updates. Oh my gosh. In another dimension, this would be me probably. As it is, I probably need to do the YouTuber thing more often and ask for that a bit more, but you know, if folks are enjoying, you know. It's time to meet our final contestant, an expiring vlogger who's cast a spell over us all. Here she is, the social media medium, ready to enter the dungeons as the witch. Oh my god, I'm really a dice. Is this a new chat filter? And Lady Luck, I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. Can I get a selfie? There'll be plenty of time for that later, my little flatterer. Now, what has lured you to my realms of mystery? Honestly, I'm just so happy to be here. I'm super excited to go wherever fate takes me. You know that if you don't ask for something specific, you won't get a prize, even if you win. Oh! In that case, how about 10 million followers? Real ones too, not bots this time. This time? This time. That's more like it. Now, let's play! Alright, we have a spell book. We have a cauldron. Do 1 damage, get a new dice. Cauldron infliction, empty... Okay. Interesting. I don't remember running across Hothead. I think that may have been like a while ago, though, at this point. And we love the slime. We stand the slime around here. Very cute. Unfortunately, I don't have ice to throw at this guy. Throw dice, do 1 damage. Yeah, we don't have... Okay, so we use one attack, and however many we don't have left, we can just chuck the dice at him. That's awesome. Being burned, that's less awesome. Dice anywhere on the spellbook to create equipment. Yeah, so... Now, did that burn them or did it burn me? I'm not sure. What does my crystal ball do? 3 extra dice. Okay. I might hang on to that for a minute. Nudge. Okay. Select a spell to replace. Ah. Well, we've got an empty slot there. I might as well use it. But this is the strangest use of magic I've ever seen. Well, maybe not the strangest, but it's up there. Pardon me. We're already hurting pretty bad on the health front, unfortunately. Hopefully we level up. There we are. Definitely throw that in the... Throw the electric shock in there, because that's been useful. Ooh, magic missile as well. I'll take that. Gotta have magic missile. It's a classic. Gotta attack the darkness with it, you know? See, how... I keep thinking like I need that'll just pop up, but I guess I have to arrange things. I'm probably not playing this character exactly the way I should. That hurt. And yeah, clearly I wasn't fully understanding how to play that character yet. Oh, but I unlocked episodes. Nice. Okay. We'll collect that. Frog. Favorite food, the souls of my enemies. Job, defeating all who defy Lady Luck. Likes victory. Dislikes victory that takes too long to achieve, like that battle that went on for almost 40 turns. Reason for entering the dungeons, to join the forces of Lady Luck and pit myself against her enemies. Alright. Oh, a new... Hi everyone, I'm learning so much about myself and also about fighting monsters. Hashtag bless... Oh no, there's no signal. What's the Wi-Fi password? Yeah, I need to do the first episode in this case, again. Welcome back to Dicey Dungeons! Remember, if you'd like to be on the show, just write to us here at the Dungeons. Don't forget to whisper your most secret hope into the envelope. Alright, so hopefully I can... Yeah, I have to do the setup. Probably. Let me... Prepared... Yeah, spells in the spellbook by placing dice corresponding to the spell on the spellbook. Okay, so how do I... Paging Dude, who has played this game before, Paging Dude, how do I get things from the spellbook into the spell slots? Because I'm not fully understanding this. I'll be fully honest. Because I don't want to replace Cauldron with Infliction, per se. I'd like to be able to just put it next to. But maybe I can't. Question mark, question mark, question mark. You're not familiar with playing this character, or... I'm trying to figure out how to place the spell slots. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. But you're the only person here I know that's actually played the game. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. We'll get into a battle in the meantime. Anywhere on the spellbook. You just don't know. Fair enough. I just was going, like, in case you had, I would, ask for assistance there, but... Unfortunately, we were already getting our butts handed to ourselves, because I was distracted. Going like, how am I supposed to use things? probably gonna die, like, instantly against the Space Marine, but... Placing dice corresponding to the spell on the spellbook. Oh well, we might be switching back to another character after this attempt, just because I'm kind of puzzling this out and not quite getting the interaction that needs to happen here. So I'll admit my shortcoming on that one. I'm not quite getting the intended. I don't know why I went back to title, but there we are. Let me see here. Let's see if someone is... Just checking something real quick. We're gonna try Witch again real quick. I'm probably gonna die immediately again. Oh, we're in a swamp this time. Give a big cheer for the Witch, my favorite little braggart. Did you know her account is up to 10,000 followers? Well, it was, until I had it deleted. Alright, let's go up against the Magician on this one. So I have to spend a dice to... Ah, there we are. That was the thing I was missing. That was the thing I was missing there. Because I was thinking the arrow in this case just pointed down to, this is your spellbook. No, you have to open it up to then use. So there's part one of that equation. Perhaps. Okay, I'm still not 100% on that, I'm sure, but... I'm figuring it out as we go on here. Right, into the spellbook we go. So... The question then is, like, how do I set a prepared spell? But I guess we'll brute force it for a little bit here. Of course, the burn does nothing to them. We leveled up. All right. I'll take the electric shock. We learned the spell. Okay. Okay, at this point I might not have that many to use. I might be unlocking these, which would make sense. Oh, we got another, spell for the spell book. At least. Magic shield, alright. We have another slot for that. Do 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 do. So, figured out how to change the spell if nothing else, for starters. Do-do-do-do. Alright, well, we've got an empty slot there, so I might as well learn that. Let's get healed. Alright, Stereo Head. You're weak to shock, you say? It would be a shame if I had shock already equipped. Wouldn't it? Now the downside... Oh. Well, I could still use that. It got weakened, but I could still use it. Does double damage. Shocking. Yeah. Choosing a reward, get a prepared slot or an upgrade spell slot. Thank you, dude. Dude has also brought me a drink. We're figuring it out as we go along. Alright. Let's take a prepared spell slot. So this, if it Yeah, there we go. That's what was throwing me off. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with a shield for that second one. So I have an even and an odd. Sounds like a good combo for starters here. Now, the marshmallow being here makes a little more sense. I can definitely see camping in an area around here. How the fiery marshmallow got away from the campfire is another question. Unfortunately, this will burn me, but I still get defense. Now we're cooking. Like the marshmallow. Sometimes you gotta do a little extra legwork in order to understand magic. Magic systems are very, very varied, but thump. There's only room for one cube monster in this dungeon, and it's Marshmallow. Whatever you say, buddy. Split a dice in two could be useful. Why do you take up 2 slots? I assume. Repeat next action, I guess. That might be why. Ah, but I'd have to replace a spell, that's the problem. But I think I'm going to replace... Did I replace Cauldron? Yeah, I did. Okay. That did work out the way I thought it would. Well, either way, we get a clear path over to both health sources, so I guess we'll go give the bully a shocking treatment here. And hopefully it'll be an electrifying enough performance. That'll stop being a bully. But I get the feeling that he won't because we keep running across them. Yeah, that's hurting a good bit. Hey, look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're lucky, yeah. We got a good roll there, thankfully. We're very close to leveling up, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about how much we're hurting for health now. What do we have at the shop? Skeleton keys. That's all dice to that number, I suppose. Well, we've also got healing here, so there's that as well. We'll think about the hex and the healing, because those I think are the most interesting out of this shop. Grab that health. What do we got here? Catastrophe. Inflict shock, burn, and freeze. I think we're learning that and replacing Hall of Mirrors. And then maybe replacing another ability with that. Or we're close to leveling up, so... Let's hope our porcupine friend doesn't get prickly on us. Yeah, this is going much better. Even if we're still taking a lot of damage. Here's our level up. Okay, we get another spell, but alright. We don't get the spell slot just yet, it seems like. I think we'll replace Infliction. We haven't really been using that. And fingers crossed we make it through this fight, because I don't know how to deal with poison with very restricted slots like this. We're out of moves. Pocket dice. Whoa, pocket dice be upon ye. Oh, that's gonna be so painful. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 again. We're about to have doubled poison, and this is gonna hurt. More than it is already. Whew. Hate being sick, though you do light work while seated and you're exhausted. Yeah, I feel you on that, dude. When sick, just going like, man, I wish I want to do something, but just there's no energy to do it. Definitely healing there. Oh boy, Loud Bird round 2. But yeah, having no energy to do what one would like to do when sick is just like, it's one of the worst parts of it. Just, ugh. Not the bird. Why does the game keep giving you the bird? It's a really good question there, dude. I feel like we're about to lose this run, but it was going a lot better than the last one. Yep. Oh well. I didn't want to fight the bird again anyway. Now, now that I know how to use the witch is really fun. Tonight on Dicey Dungeons, we join together to watch an inevitable failure. You know, you don't have to call me out like that, game. Like, I know I'm not doing well with this character. Like... Why does the game keep giving you the bird? I don't know, although that's, I guess a common thing about roguelike style games is that they just consistently go, yeah, no, you don't get to do that. You have to go back to the beginning now because you tried to do that. I don't think I'm gonna use it, but I'll still take it. Let me actually change the spell to infliction there, because it does more damage. Doesn't replace my dice, but wolf puppy. I don't remember running across a wolf puppy. I remember running across a dire wolf. Ow! I completely missed what the effect of Fury was there, by the way. Let's not face that again. I don't want to be in the bottom half of my health already. Magic missile, don't mind if I do. The return of the marshmallow, and the wizard, and the pirate. This feels like a joke. A marshmallow, a wizard, and a pirate walk into a bar. Ow, it was an iron bar. Hey Nettie, how's it going? Hope you've been doing well. Go ahead and use my limit break there. Try to get through this battle without getting completely owned by a marshmallow of all things. Okay, the good news is this is the more peaceful side of the map. I can actually get healed. What do we have over here? Magic shield. Doing good. Watching with ramen. What flavor ramen? Or what type of ramen? I'm my brain is assuming probably wrongly that it's like one of those cup noodle type of ones, and it's so much easier to get a hold of like the good stuff these days. So I'm probably wrongly assuming that. It's gonna be magic versus magic. It's gonna be painful no matter how you look at it here. Your own ramen broth. Nice! Is it more of like a, what type of, style of broth? Is it like a, salt broth, or is it a pork bone broth? Out of curiosity. Beef, chicken, etc. You know. Chicken bone broth. Oh, that's the good stuff. I really need to make another batch of bone broth myself out of the chicken bones that I have. Ramen would definitely be a good use of it for that. You're really tempting me to go ahead and make that this weekend. I'm probably gonna die on this turn, but that's okay. Yeah. I was hurting already from a previous battle. Okay, that's the same saying as before. We're gonna keep trying to get this, you know. Remember the witch? Well, she's back for some reason. I should have put infliction in that spot. Oh well. Okay. Never a bad choice to make ramen. So good. I love ramen. The good stuff, as I was calling it, and also I do still have kind of a soft spot for the cup noodle varieties. You know. Something about them is just comforting. I don't know. I keep forgetting to put the infliction in place of the cauldron there. Oh well. As long as I get it back in place before we go to the next floor, probably. Ow. Extra ow. Minus the 3 pounds of salt. Yeah, there's a lot of salt in the cup noodle stuff, especially, but there's just something about it. The cup noodle is good whenever you want something quick. Very true. Very true. It definitely has its uses. It's also very, very inexpensive, usually. Let's, go ahead and do what I was talking about there and switch out our spell for infliction. No, I'm gonna ignore nudge there. Let's see. Well, it's this layout again, so one battle or the other, we're going to get open access to these 2 healing items, thankfully, and the shop. Let's hopefully not get beat up by a marshmallow again. That was embarrassing last time. At least not get beat up too hard here. I also like sometimes getting extra ingredients for the cup noodle stuff, you know. Throw extra little toppings on top of it, you know. Nothing will make it fancy, but you get a little bit more out of the meal that way. Unfortunately, I think we did slightly get beat up by the by the marshmallow again. That was rough. It was the thing that was on fire, but somehow we wound up toasted. Let's see. There's the catastrophe again, which I'd like to have that as an option. We'll go ahead and add that. We don't have a shock ability, I don't think. But hopefully we can make something work out. Okay, it only affects the one item with weak, thankfully. He's not rolling high, and I'll take it. Although rolling high clearly means that he can't even move to begin with, so... I still love how he goes, ow! And there's the other heal. Let's go ahead and prepare a spell slot. Okay, I don't really want to use Cauldron. We are going to open that up to Catastrophe. Haha. Do I want to replace it with Burning Light? I'm not sure. Maybe not this time round. All of the status effects. And still found a way to attack me on that. Fair enough. I don't understand why it didn't go for the spike attack there, but... okay. Ow. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. And we're gonna skip the Hall of Mirrors. I like the idea of it, but it's not the most useful, unfortunately. And we'll get a magic missile for that last slot. Why not? Oh no, we have to beat up a baby squid again. Rolls up sleeves. We gotta beat up the baby squid, unfortunately. It's very sad. Ow. I'm hoping that the baby squid doesn't come back to bite us here, but I get the feeling it's a strong possibility here. Yeah, it really wanted to do that damage. We might be getting beat up by the baby squid. I know I'm rusty in Splatoon. I didn't realize I was that rusty. I probably missed throwing a dice too, but it wouldn't have made much difference, I don't think. Alright, let's keep trying. There's the remember the witch dialogue again, otherwise I would have read that. This is definitely a more challenging character, even after figuring out what the how it works, as it were. Oh, they're definitely getting that attack there. Ow. The game just really wants to throw everything at me right now. It's like, oh, you're still getting used to this character? Have a Space Marine right out the gate. Sure, I'll take a magic shield. Thankfully, I should be leveling up here. Let's see here. We'll take the ice shard this time. Maybe. I hope to get far enough along that I actually open up more spell slots than just one. I have slots in the spell book, but the prepared abilities, you know. We meet again, baby squid. We're gonna run it back a little bit here. We were that close to being in critical territory again. You win! I don't feel like I won. I had to beat up a baby squid and it almost kicked my butt again. It really doesn't feel like I won on that one. Especially when the Dryad's probably gonna kick my butt now. And I'm dead. Case in point. I got poisoned right out the gate on that one. Well, hey, it's the frog again. And a gardener. Okay, this seems much more doable to a degree. And will be even more so if I remember to switch in infliction instead of sticking with the cauldron, but unfortunately for me, that was nudge, and I forgot to switch out my spell again. But the frog is not the most powerful aside from the shield. So hopefully things won't be too bad as I almost get killed again. There we are. Thankfully you leveled up, because otherwise that was another I hear winning music but I don't feel like I won moment. Sonic Wave. Sure, I'll take that. Switch out. Thank you, Nettie, for the reminder. Definitely taking the magic missile for that slot there. Let me see here. Actually, we're gonna use that as our main right now. It's gonna be a dice roll, ha ha ha. You know, as to whether we can actually use it based on odd and even, but we're gonna pack a bigger punch. Ow. Yeah, magic missile packs a good punch, at least. What do we have at the shop? Life drain. On the off chance that I wind up with another slot, that could be a very useful thing for my, for health there. Alright. Let's go see what this has for us and then decide whether we're gonna try to beat up Sneezy or not. Of course, we have to deal with poison again, and that's just... That is extra annoying in this game. Oh no. Oh, I thought they were gonna apply that way differently. We're gonna save the crystal ball. Oh, you think you can beat trees, do you? You feeling good? The trees will wait and then they'll eat you when you're gone, mate. I mean, I think at that point I don't really... At that point I would be gone. I don't care if they're eating me when I'm gone, you know? That wasn't much of a threat. There we go. Now I have a means of healing myself. Hall of Mirrors again. I'm sure someone will be going like, hey, you really should be using Hall of Mirrors, but I can't for the life of me, you know, reason that right now. Draining health. Yeah, so took an extra from there. That's good to know. That is exactly how that works, because that's the first time I've run across it. Ooh. This seems like a good time to use the magic mist, or the crystal ball, so we can actually use our magic missile. I wasn't always Sneezy, you know. I'm just allergic to dungeons. Oh, well now I feel bad. Why are you in a dungeon if you're allergic to them? You know, that seems like an occupational hazard you should bring up with Lady Luck. You know? Do we... Yeah, I didn't really want either of those, I don't think. And that was Hall of Mirrors, so let's move on. What are you? You're the Keymaster. Don't tell me you're looking for the gatekeeper. Let's see. Well, we can at least use our magic missile. I'll be looking to do more healing next turn. I see what they mean about the lock with the Keymaster and all. Go ahead and get more items here. Dice, I should say. We're just shy of winning this. I think we'll be clearing this before any major concerns. But yeah. So there were a few jokes there. He was the Keymaster. Didn't make a reference to the Gatekeeper, but there was also reference to Keyblades. Ah, Hex. Well, I have room for another spell, so why not? Let me look at this real quick. I have to assume that Life Drain, the upgrade for Life Drain is, probably with a, with a higher number on this. But I haven't fully figured out the upgrades yet for this character. I just figured out how even to add the more spells, so... I'd like to heal, but can't have everything in life, I suppose. Ow. Oh, well, there went my even number, except... Yeah, there we go. So now that I mostly understand how to use this character, I am enjoying this character. Oh, that was a waste of the limit break, but oh well. And I leveled up anyway, so... Duplicate, I guess? Replace Cauldron with that. Oh, and thankfully that didn't use up the health at that moment. Silver Cauldron. Do 1 damage, get an... Oh, okay. Well, it's good to know that's a thing, but I don't think I'm using that. I'd like to know what's at the shop. Could I perchance get past you, sir? What are you doing in the caverns, by the way? You're a little far away from the snow biomes here. It's the return of 1, 2, 3, 4 again. That's the third time this stream. If I had a nickel, I can't quite go for the full quote on this one because it is weird that it happened 3 times. Who up rolling they dice? It's good to see you, Osty. I hope you're doing well. We're here trying to puzzle out the mysteries of the Witch character because Witch plays so differently from the standard characters in this. Here for more weapons. We got a deal on pool toys. No? The fighting stuff it is then. Well, I guess I can take heal there because yeah. Yeah, how goes Pacopia, Osty? You still on that grind there? Oh look, it's cactus. We haven't seen one of those in a bit. Haven't seen a snowman either. Direwolf, we've seen all too recently. You're getting close to the end? Nice! Out of curiosity, what would you do you have an out of 10 type of rating for that game? Just I'm very curious. It's like Animal Crossing where of course it doesn't end after credits, so you can decorate after, but you think you might put it down after due to Tomodachi being basically the same game with Mies. Unfortunately, I can't get a heal from because I haven't rolled that low a number, but still. Oh! Use your limit break twice in one turn. Alright, I got an achievement for that. We take those. Unfortunately, it did damage to me, but, you know. Probably say an 8.5 or a 9. Well, we're alive, but not for long, probably, because I wasn't paying close enough attention. But stuff happens. Oh well. Magic dagger. Ooh. Reusable, you say? You're struggling to think of anything you dislike about it, but there's minor nitpicks somewhere. Probably, you know. No game is a perfect game, but I'm glad to hear you've been enjoying it. And I have heard good things in general. Just gotta prioritize some stuff. You know how it is. I think we'll throw it in place of infliction since it can be used over and over again. Now the problem is we don't have an extra slot here. We really need to hang on to our life drain as well, probably. Otherwise, we're likely gonna die in this next battle here. Yeah, that's 5 damage, but that's a one and done attack. I might regret this, but we're gonna try. Because one way or another, I have to get past this snowman. Because that's the way to get out of this area. There's also healing, and then there's a shop over here. The good news for me, I had a limit break ready to go. Ow. I'd like to make it through this, but... Owie. Okay. We're probably losing this turn. Unless we get a really lucky break. Yeah. There's 2 odds, or 3 odds, excuse me. So we're just flat dead, unfortunately. Man. But we got a completed challenge using the limit break twice in one turn. Aha! The pirate! Favorite food, parrots and pieces of 8. Delicious. A pirate knows no fear. Arr. Favorite book, The Art of War. Karaoke go-to, bad guy. After all, I am the bad guy. Well, you know, pirate, you are bad guy, but that does not mean you are a bad guy. Reason for entering the dungeon, got lost on the way to Davy Jones' locker. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be trying this character for a while before I actually get a successful run. But I'm enjoying this character regardless, so I think we're gonna probably be sticking with her for the remainder of the stream here. I apologize to anyone who's flinching at how badly this is going compared to the others. But this is a 5-star difficulty character, so... Welcome back to Dicey Dungeons! Remember... Oh, okay, I have read that one. Alright. Deal with the slime. We don't have poison to worry about there. worry about as in applying to the slime. We definitely need to worry about the slime applying damage to us. But yeah, it's very good to hear that Pocopia has been making good impressions, because you know, growing up back in the day with Pokemon, hearing how things have been iffy for people of late, even though the games keep selling, you know, it still kind of hurts the soul a little bit. You know? Between Pocopia and Gen 10, they might be back. I've been hearing decent things about Gen 10 as well, although the starters, again, I've maybe not said it on stream, but I've said it to folks before, like, some of the designs the starter designs are just not wowing me, at least the initial forms. Maybe they get better. I don't know. Hope's not high till you get your hands on Gen 10, though. Okay, let's not forget to switch out infliction here, because yeah. Nudge again. Now, let's go fight Kirby Planet Robobot over here. Peak mention. I probably shouldn't have used my limit break there. I was panicking. Pew! Pew, 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 pew! I'll get you next time, you big dice! Bzz. Pew, 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 pew! I do probably need to get around to playing Kirby Planet Robobot. It's just the name was familiar to me. I've played a good few of the others, thanks to Dude, but he's the big Kirby fan between the two of us. You played it when it came out. It was awesome. Nice. Oh boy, we have to beat up a baby squid again. That and Forgotten Land are the only two you've played? Oh my gosh. Okay, so... oh, what's the name of that one that came out on the Wii? That was like the... There were two in particular that came out on the Wii that I have extremely good, yeah, there was Epic Yarn. There was also another one with, that I remember playing co-op with you, Dude. And that was like one of the first games we ever really played while we were dating. In the early relationship years. Return to Dreamland, that's what it was, I think. Yes. You did the Clash one with your husband? Ah! Nice, Nettie. go ahead and throw all these dice at him. But yeah, those were both really, really good. Oh gosh. And of course we played Forgotten Land. You did play the demo of the Switch port for that. It was fun. Yeah, it's a really, really, really fun game. I think we are still talking Return to Dreamland, right? On that one, I think I'm trying to remember. Hopefully we level up at this point. Oh, crud. Well, we're not going to level up. We're probably not... Well, we've got health at least. Thankfully, I didn't go the squid route there. On that one. That would have been painful. I could be misremembering. Did they actually add, Did they actually add more parts to that game? When they, did the port? I feel like I heard something in that regard, and I could be very mistaken. They added a Magalore. Ah, okay. They added a campaign for that character. Gotcha, gotcha. Somehow I don't think I'm surviving this, Yeah, I'm just dead. This character has a good bit of challenge to it. Either that or I'm just not fully understanding how to play her, and that's fine. Because I know there's prepared spells and then there's like upgraded spells, which it's time for another episode with our determined little witch. She's working very hard to defeat the dungeons and find fame. It's definitely possible that it'll all pay off. That was some fresh dialogue on that one for me. Owie. That was a rough roll there. Pew 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 pew. There's just the right amount of silly to this game. Sure, I'll take Magic Missile again. Hang on to the crystal ball for now. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it now. Oh no, I was aiming for magic, but this outcome is closer to tragic. You gotta watch out for those typos, you know, it's like... They're very similar words. I don't know how you wound up on the opposite side of the keyboard from the M to hit the TR, but you know, typos happen. Yeah, let me see here. These are the ready to use at the beginning of the battle, so that's how we preview the upgrade, but I'll have to look into that more later on as to how to play this character much more effectively. The baby squid stands between me and the shop. The wizard too, but let's fight the stereo head first. That way we at least get access to healing. Because that was a interesting layout there. Just keeps hitting me with the weaken, which is fine, you know. Let's go ahead and get extra dice here. Now this one might be a little more annoying because that will restrict it further. Or not. Okay. I thought it was going to hit me with the max 2 on that. We take those. Definitely need the health. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna ask folks, you know, just out of curiosity, what y'all think. Do I go for the extra experience, access to the shop, get an item over here, or do I just cut and run to try and make some progress? Just asking for general opinions here, because there's pros and cons to each way. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get my butt handed to me by either the wizard or the baby squid, though. As this character. Because both of these have been run enders with this character for me. And you wouldn't think so from the baby squid. It's so cute. So cute and cuddly, but it makes things a little annoying. Because right now I'm kind of wondering if I should just continue on and hopefully we don't run into these guys. Alright. Now we have a dryad, a bully, and a handyman. But we got some health right there, I'll take that. These layouts have been a little rough. And as I've said before, I really don't like dealing with poison as this character, but unfortunately I'm kinda having to. Yeah. Yeah, Witch is just rough as a path here. Either I'm just not fully understanding how to play her, or I also haven't cleared Inventor, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong about that. You know, let just to be a little different, we'll go to Inventor again. It's time for another episode of Hijinks with the Inventor. Tell me, Inventor, if you understood everything like you want, would you have realized that entering the dungeons was a bad idea? Inventor has their own quirks here. And combine that to inflict shock. Why not use that? Does it burn there? Yeah, it does. Okay. Cool. It's very useful, but I'm not going to have it for long. Yep, you throw away your boring old gadget. I would really prefer to have that for, like, 2 battles as opposed to switching up every time, but what are you gonna do, right? We have a crossbow we found. Sword is good. Okay then. I probably would have won that anyway, but still. Crossbow turns into plasma gun. Get an extra dice. That's all good. Fight the pirate again, yar! Completely different limit break. All of the dice would become 6. So, why not use that for this one? Oh, right. Let's bring in a blowtorch there. Don't need the health. Wizard should go a little smoother here. In theory, at least. Now he gets the thunder spell. That's unfortunate. Yep. That locks up both of my means of damage aside from the blowtorch. The good news for me, I had a 1 to unlock things. Oh goody, dodge. Let's hope that this doesn't turn into a dodge fest like with the loud bird earlier. That went on for almost 40 turns earlier this stream for those who missed it. It was a very annoying. It wasn't even a boss battle. It wasn't even a boss battle. And I wound up like stuck there for almost 40 turns just trying to survive. Because the dang bird just kept dodging. Let's go with Mega Bump for that item there. Okay, I'll take the flamethrower. Why not? What do we got at the shop? Ooh, an upgrade. I'll take an extra upgrade. That takes up less room. Ooh. Oh, that could be interesting. 4 dice here. Takes up more room, but... I'm very interested in this and would like to subscribe to that newsletter. Oh, I didn't place it properly. Whoopsies. Okay, well. We're gonna skip the damage from that one. Ow. We'll take it this time for a little extra. That hurt a little bit more than it should have, probably, but... That gets us through that floor. Leather armor. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at this equipment. Yeah, that just didn't, the game didn't, know what to do for a minute there. Do I have anything that I can afford here, actually? Technically, yes. I'll go ahead and get it, even though I'm not thinking I'm gonna use it. It'll be an extra option for it to take when it goes, oh yeah, you have to get rid of this gadget that you just made, that you fell in love with, and now you have to replace it because you're bored of it now. A vacuum? That's the first time I'm running into that. Oh, definitely grabbing the health. What do we have here? Broadsword, I'll take that. Okie dokie. Start off with that. Now, do I have to... Yeah, I'd probably have to fill in every single one of those. Which is the downside of, downside of having it this early when I only have 3 dice, but... Ow. That hurts. Just figuring stuff out real quick here. How to... Let's go ahead and put that in. All dice become 6. The blind no longer is an issue in that regard. This is a gamble. Okay, it didn't actually hit me back. Good. Fury doubles the next action. I'll take that. Scrap metal, okay. I don't think we're gonna live, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, that... This is just not gonna... Oh, I forgot to hit the Fury. Oh well. Unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, those 2 characters have been very tricky for me in this game. But I'll figure him out eventually. But that, I think, will do it for us for stream today. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you have a good weekend. Please take care of yourselves. We'll be back on Monday. Possibly doing another round of this before we, maybe switch into another longer game, come Wednesday. I'm still looking into what I need to do for it. But, it might be a pleasant surprise. Who knows? Anyway, thank you all for being here. Please take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye-bye!